Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Nancy Bloom Studio, and today I'm just going to be giving you a tutorial on how to use my new Folio Canva Frames template kit. So if we just go into my Canva home screen and we're going to click on the document here, it's called Simple Folio Canva Frames, and that's going to open the frame set for you. So let's just run through the document, the different pages. Everything's labeled at the top so it's easy for you to follow. I've started with the layouts. There's the set with the curved pockets, there's the set with the flat pockets, and there's the exterior page with one large pocket at the back. So these are just for working in. When you're creating your folio, it's better if you can just lay everything out so you can see exactly how it's going to look, and then once you've finished doing that and you're happy with how it looks, then you can start filling in the individual frames which follow. So we start here with the folio base. You need to make two bases for the front and the back, or you can make one base and for the other side you can include a backing paper to print on the back side of the paper, and you'll need to do that for nearly all of the designs. The only ones you don't need to do it to is this ones here. These are the interior arches, so you will glue these out and then you'll pop them on the interior base. This is the left side arch, the middle side arch, and the right side arch, and then you put your pockets and your cards on top of that. So there's the arches, we've got the flat pockets and the left and right insert cards, we've got the three shaped pockets, the larger interior center cards, the exterior pocket and card. So you'll need to print a backing paper on this, and just so you don't forget, I've written on every page here where you need a backing paper. Now some of them, like the ones here with the pockets, obviously they're going to be glued onto the front, and backing paper is not 100% necessary, but because they have the tabs on, the cards are there, sorry, the pockets are actually going to sit out a little way, and so sometimes you can catch a glimpse of the white backing. So I just feel like it's more professional and it looks better if you do just put a backing paper on all of these ones except for the arches. Okay, so let's start. I'll just show you quickly, if you're not familiar with Canva frames, how you can start filling out these. Now if we go into our uploads here, and I have uploaded some digital papers that I created in mid-June, and we're going to be using those today. You might source your papers from creating them yourself in an AI tool. You may be a talented designer and you're making your own papers, or you might be purchasing them from Etsy or Creative Market, anywhere like that, Creative Fabrica. So I'll just quickly show you. So I'm just going to follow the design that I used in my examples. We're just going to drag and drop. Let's start with the back of the left, and then I'm going to double click on that and just move it along. You're not going to catch, because the interior frames are going to be glued over the back, you're just going to catch a glimpse of that. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to do it on the other side, and I'm just going to double click on it to move it across so that it's a bit matching. And then for the interior, I actually used an element from Canva Elements, so I'm just going to drag that into the back there to create a little bit of contrast. And then back to my papers. So you're just dragging and dropping the designs in like that. I'm just going to move that down, and there I've created the front cards. Actually, if I was doing this, I would flip this one around horizontally so that I like the symmetry. So I've got the left and the right cards looking the same. And then I would just go through and just choose some contrasting. These are the back arches, and then the card, two cards and a card. So I would just put something in, maybe this one. and this one, move that across. So I think you can see how easy it is to do that. You just need to play around so you get some good contrast between the backing images and the front images. Now I did want to show you that on these Canva frames I've actually included a background. Oh, sorry. Firstly, once you've got your thing looking how you want it to look, here's the one that I created earlier, like that. And it looks really nice. So it's got some floral elements and then some plain elements which contrast really nicely. Don't forget that people, they want to glue things onto the cards, or they want to use them as journal cards. So if you are putting a backing paper on these, I would use something that's quite neutral so that people can write on them, or they can stick something on, a sticker or a cutout that they've made, or some ribbons or something like that, just so that your customer can be quite flexible with the way that they use it. Now back to here. So once you're happy with your layout, you need to go down and just drag the same elements across into the actual frames that are going to be printed out. So with this one, we use this one here, and we had it like that, and then we use this one on the same on the opposite side, and then we use that nice piece of colored paper there. So that's how you make the items ready for printing out. Now on these frames, you can see that there's a lovely little outline on them. Now if you want to change the outline, depending on what color your design is, you might want to change the color. You may want to change the thickness, although in Canva it's not a very fine tool, so it gets rough looking quite quickly. But if you want to do, you can just, if you're going to want to change all of them, so I've just highlighted them, and then we do these lines up here in the border style. So there's the border style. I've chosen this just a continuous line, and the border weight is 2. So if you wanted to change that, you could make it bigger. There's 4, and then the option next to it on the left is the border color. So you can go in here, you could change it to a color that matches your design. You could change it to white, something black, anything that you like that. So I just keep mine on this set to be quite a light gray, and then I'll put it back to 2. So that's really quite easy to do. If you want to change the sizes of some of the items, like the tabs, the tags or something, cards, you can do. Just bear in mind that they need to fit into the pockets, so you'll do that just by clicking on the Canva frame. If you want to change it in proportion, you can use the corner circles. Once the arrow comes up, you can just click up and down on that. Or if you just wanted to make the frame taller or shorter, just by using the top one. And I'll just put it back to how it was. And then yeah, down here, so I've got the just these diagrams of the layouts. They're also Canva frames, so if you want to change the colors, you can just go in and change the colors by clicking on them like that. And once you've finished making your item, if you're making it for sale, you probably just want to make a little quick instruction page so you can just copy these into your document and just explain really clearly to your customer how you lay it out. This is quite a simple folio, so it's great for beginners. It also works really well as a card if you're giving a gift card and you want to put some little notes in the pockets or some pictures that might appeal to the customer or to your friend. You can do that. So that's about it really. So to recap, I just like to use these layouts here to get an idea of what the folio is going to look like, and then we go through and we pull the individual designs into the frames. It's super easy. And then these are the pages from page 4 to page 9 that your customer or yourself are going to print out and use to create your beautiful folio. Don't forget about the backing papers. That's all. Catherine from Nancy Bloom Studio. Thank you very much for following me and for supporting my store.